I don't know that much. You have a little mystique around you, but...
Oh, a little.
A lot.
Which we're going to dispel.
Yes.
Right here, right now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is so nice.
It goes with your stripe on your...
Does.
Fantastic. Let's put the yellow there. Look at that.
I've been propositioned 3 times on the way here in my white sneakers.
No.
But see, I don't wear socks.
Oh, that might make it horny.
So, you think you know Blake Lively. Think again. Behind the flawless red carpet smiles, the glamorous magazine covers, and the picture-perfect marriage lies a side of her most people never see. Rumors, courtroom drama, and a trail of tense encounters hint at a carefully constructed persona that is finally starting to unravel. The image of effortless charm and Hollywood perfection masks a pattern of calculated moves, public manipulation, and private chaos, behaviors that are now coming to light in ways that could shock even her most loyal fans. As the story unfolds, it's becoming clear that there's far more to Blake Lively than meets the eye, and it isn't always pretty.
Like crazy crushes. We would drive around, like, stalk these guys. We decided one night to go to the arcade where they were, and I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro, so I thought they would think I was like a black girl, and so I could stalk them.
And it all began with one of Hollywood's most respected and discerning actresses, Cate Blanchett. When someone like Blanchett speaks, people listen. Every carefully chosen word carries weight. And what she revealed about Blake Lively's calculated moves will leave you stunned. This isn't merely about stolen roles or missed opportunities. It's a deliberate, chilling strategy to erase someone else's hard-earned legacy and claim it as your own. The layers of deception, manipulation, and ambition are deeper than anyone imagined. Get ready to witness the real story, a darker, more shocking tale behind the glittering facade of fame, where power, betrayal, and ruthless ambition collide.
Every mother can sew, except me. And so I got the pillowcase and I dressed him as, I told him as a ghost, but he actually looks like he was from the Ku Klux Klan. It's because I couldn't sew, and so I said, no, it's not.
Step into a hidden world of silk, whispers, and quiet power. This was Cate Blanchett's daily life at Chanel. For over a decade, she was the brand's radiant muse, carrying every thread of its story, the class, the prestige, and that timeless elegance that leaves the world in awe. Behind closed doors, she moved through private fittings, the air thick with anticipation as each couture gown was draped over her perfectly poised frame, every seam and silhouette a testament to artistry and grace. Fast forward to 2021, and Blanchett had solidified her iconic status with a multi-season deal as the face of Chanel's Women in Cinema campaign, a bond that runs far deeper than any headline could capture. To honor her, her husband Andrew Upton crafted a silent short film in haunting black and white, a miniature masterpiece told entirely through subtle expressions and fluid, graceful movements. Every glance, every tilt of the head spoke volumes, transforming ordinary gestures into pure cinematic magic. The intimate grandeur of the film underscored exactly why Cate and Chanel remain the ultimate power duo in fashion, a perfect harmony of elegance, influence, and quiet authority.
Give it a try. I mean, how many times has he been bankrupt?
By 2021, Cate had become more than just a muse. She was a fixture in Chanel's universe. A multi-season deal as the face of the Women in Cinema campaign cemented her as an icon, proof that her bond with the house ran deeper than any headline or glossy magazine cover. To honor her, her husband Andrew Upton quietly crafted a short film, haunting in black and white, intimate yet grand. Every gesture, every flicker of expression turned ordinary moments into cinematic poetry. It was a love letter to her artistry, a reminder of why Cate and Chanel were the ultimate power couple of fashion.
That is amazing.
Blake,
That's
Blake, Blake, you say hi to Stephanie. It's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
should leave him.
Everything seemed perfectly aligned for Kate's next chapter. Mood boards meticulously curated, contracts signed, lighting checked to the tiniest detail. She was moments away from unveiling her next triumph. But the morning of the shoot, the doors swung open and Blake Lively appeared, dripping in Chanel jewels as if she owned every inch of the studio. The air shifted. A whispered call from inside Chanel had quietly informed Blake's team. The campaign had taken a new direction. Translation, Cate was out. No warnings, no negotiations, just a gut punch announcement that left her frozen.
All right, Blake Lively is out and about in the UK promoting her One Simple Favor, right? Is that the name? Yep, she's out. She's wearing this Chanel head to toe V. Here's the look in the runway.
As Blake posed under the exact lighting Cate had helped perfect, the truth became undeniable. This wasn't a creative pivot. It was a deliberate replacement. Cate watched, stunned, as her dream role was handed to someone else. And the cruelty didn't stop there. Chanel hadn't even bothered to craft anything original. They repurposed Kate's work, splashed it with glitter, tacked on feel-good slogans, smeared on red lipstick, and branded it as Blake's idea. Backstage, whispers turned into outright murmurs of disbelief. Crew members leaked messages showing the campaign had always been meant for Cate. It was only Blake's team's cross-platform offer that Chanel couldn't resist. In that moment, Cate understood something crucial. Even the brightest star can be overshadowed if they aren't watching what's happening just behind the curtain. And in fashion, sometimes the stakes are as personal as they are public.
Look at these. They match my outfit. Look at those nails. Wow. Aren't they incredible? Those are amazing. I had time for that. I literally did it while at work. It was a little chaotic. It was worth it.
But Blake didn't stop there. She and her PR army unleashed a full-scale media assault, positioning Cate as yesterday's news and elevating Blake to Chanel's shining savior. The audacity was staggering. And trust me, the real drama was only just beginning.
My parents had paid the show choir director to put me in the choir because I can't sing or dance to save my life.
But you were lead in that choir,
I went in there, I was like, I'm supposed to be in this choir. Yeah, I was very passionate and, they put me in the choir.
Were you a high school actress?
No, I was in show choir. Glee is based on my high school.
Picture this. March 2023, Paris. Chanel rolls out the red carpet for an exclusive invite-only dinner. Legendary actresses, top directors, and key brand partners all gather under one glittering roof. Cate had blocked her calendar months in advance, eager to debut Andrew's haunting short film, her proudest creative triumph, to this very audience. Then, just 2 weeks before the event, everything shifted. Without warning, Chanel named Blake its brand honoree for the evening. Andrew's film was quietly shelved, replaced by Blake's flashy cross-platform storytelling showcase. It stung, but Cate refused to retreat. She entered the ornate salon with head held high, determined to embody grace under pressure.
So how do you end up in a show choir if you can't sing or
Because I was
dance?
really excited to be there, and I just I had a very big performance face, so they'd put me in the front row a lot because there were amazing singers and dancers that were just kind of saying the words, but I would be like, big over the.
Inside, the tension crackled like static. Blake, perched beside a senior Chanel creative, couldn't resist twisting the knife just a bit more. Leaning in with that trademark smug smirk, he purred, "I just feel like I could bring something fresher." The script was lovely, but a little dated, don't you think? The creative laughed, unfazed, and replied with a pointed jab. "You mean Andrew's script? Legacy doesn't exactly sell to Gen Z."
Even before Blake joined the production, it was concluded that 1% of the film's proceeds would be donated to support survivors of DV. But when Blake came on board, she refused to meet with No More, an organization dedicated to ending DV by increasing awareness, inspiring action, and fueling culture change.
With a single offhand quip, Cate's moment was hijacked, her artistry dismissed as relic, her effort reduced to a punchline. In that instant, the line between respect and naked ambition evaporated. And in reaching for a win that wasn't his, Blake didn't just wound 8, he exposed himself.
He'd hurt himself, and she said, "Where does it hurt?" And she started to kiss him here, and he said, "Well, actually, it hurts here." And I could feel, I thought, where's this going? And she started to unbutton his shirt, and I could feel my mother's buttocks clenching beside me. I thought, oh, I want some of that.
Fans and critics erupted online, and Blake's picture-perfect image began to fracture under the pressure. Even a planned YouTube interview was scrapped when leaked clips hinted the host would confront her about the Cate Blanchett controversy. They dodged that bullet. But each dodge only widened the cracks, and rumors spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, Cate remained unshaken. She skipped the tantrums, ignored the PR circus, and focused on her next project, moving forward as if nothing had happened. In doing so, she proved that true grace doesn't need an audience. It radiates on its own.
There was an article recently saying that Leighton and I were frenemies. And it's
frenemies. Is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous and competitive.
Picture a quiet award ceremony in Berlin, meant to celebrate good deeds. Cate stepped to the microphone, scanned the room, and delivered a line that silenced everyone without ever mentioning Blake by name. There's a difference between honoring a story and pretending you wrote it yourself. One builds a legacy, the other feeds an ego. Simple words, colossal impact. But the truth is, Cate wasn't alone in feeling the sting. Blake had a history of eclipsing co-stars and claiming their brightest moments. On the hit show that made her a household name, cast members whispered about stolen scenes, bruised egos, and tense days on set. When someone tries to rewrite another person's story, the fallout is inevitable, and Cate's one-line burn exposed a pattern impossible to ignore.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Picture Leighton Meester, the unforgettable Blair Waldorf, standing under those blinding studio lights as Blake unleashes yet another cutting remark. In recently surfaced clips, Blake laughs while referring to her co-stars as monkeys in a cage, mocking their looks and delighting in the discomfort of everyone around. Then came the legendary eye roll moment. Blake locked eyes with brunette Leighton and smirked, as if to say, everyone knows blondes are nicer.
Has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
The truth, however, came from Gossip Girl executive producer Joshua Safran, who didn't mince words. Blake and Leighton were not friends. They were merely cordial, not the Serena and Blair type of bond. In other words, Blake's mean girl antics transformed a fun, close-knit set into a tense battlefield. And even Leighton Meester wasn't immune to the fallout.
It just literally was that. Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Don't put words into his mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because my foot is already there.
Armie Hammer, who briefly appeared on Gossip Girl as Blake's on-screen flame, unintentionally revealed the clearest glimpse of her diva side. When Andy Cohen casually asked, "Who's the biggest diva on set?" Armie's face went pale, and he instinctively reached for his drink as if it were a life raft.